In the mid-90s, the world found itself facing ever higher rates of automobile emissions, which account for up to 70% of the air pollution in urban areas. This situation led many countries to organize and sign the Kyoto Treaty and to begin to take measures to immediately reduce these emissions. In order to achieve this level of pollution reduction, automobile manufacturers began a revolution in their design, and now 20 automobiles are needed to produce the same amount of pollution as one automobile did during the 1980s. Today, almost all vehicles manufactured and sold around the world use engines and transmissions that work at very high temperatures and rotations, as well as extremely high levels of pressure and oil flow. Removal of the heat generated in the combustion of fire chamber and correct pressurization of the hydraulic components of these engines must be much more efficient, requiring the use of oils with characteristics that are quite different from the oils used in the past. So, what should modern motor oil be like? It should be as fine as possible to quickly circulate throughout the engine. It should have a high degree of viscosity stability to resist against thinning and thickening. It is also very important for it to have very high thermal resistance to be able to withstand high temperatures without oxidizing. The use of oils that do not meet the specifications of these motors cause pressurization of the hydraulic components and engine overheating, oxidizing the oil and forming a thick film known as thermal oxidation. This clogs up the lubrication channels, causing serious damage to internal components and leading the engine to prematurely weld together for lack of lubrication. Besides, from a legal standpoint, the burden caused by the use of the wrong oil falls upon the person who sold or put the oil in the vehicle. In other words, your company is running a huge risk of paying for the wrong choice of oil by your customer. How can INFORLUB help your company? With INFORLUB, you will have access to all the original information from more than 90 automakers, continuously updated at least once every 90 days. This will help you avoid serious problems that can arise from improper maintenance of your vehicles. With it, your company will provide an environment offering much more credibility and safety, ensuring customer loyalty and, above all, profitability. All you need to do is to type in the vehicle's plate and select type of vehicle, manufacturer, model, fuel, year, engine, and regime of use, and you will have a list of components of the vehicles to carry out your consultations. The technical characteristics and the maintenance to be performed for that specific vehicle will be presented. However, since this information is much more specific, INFORLUB will present a catalog of photos of the products with green, yellow, and red captions, identifying the products that meet the specifications, whether fully or partially, and those that do not. In this way, it is easy for the customer, who is generally not a specialist in the area, to make a decision. The catalog of filters is also presented to enable the proper choice of oil, air, fuel, and cabin filters, regardless of which company manufactures the filter. It is also possible to maintain complete customer records and thereby monitor the scheduled date for the next oil change by sending a cell phone message to remind the customer. At the end, we issue a report containing all the information regarding the service performed, and if an incorrect product choice is made, this report emphasizes the customer's choice and protects you from a possible lawsuit caused by this maintenance. Well, as we have seen, engines have changed a lot. In your oil, fluid and filter change operations, have they changed too? Don't wait to lose money to the incorrect maintenance to make the necessary adaptations at your company and offer the safest high-quality services. Come talk to us now at INFORLUB.com.